Need a little help with card placement and composition? All card makers need a little help sometimes with arranging and placing all of the elements on their cards. It's important to have some direction with design rules and art principles. We've compiled 6 helpful tips from our design team member Jaycee to help you figure out exactly how to arrange the composition of your cards. Whether you struggle with arranging florals or sentiment placement, Jaycee's tips will come in handy. 3 mesmerizing tricks for floral card scenes. In this video, Jaycee covers 3 scene building hacks for simple scenes when arranging the composition of your card. He first tackles background balance. To create the balance in this card, he added a dynamic focal foreground element and left the background simple, with some distressing and a die-cut frame. Next, he tackles the focal point. The focal point is the part of the card that is your focus. He builds the scene as if the viewer is looking through the flower bush to see the vintage greenhouse in the distance. Finally, he refers to the rule of thirds while setting up his composition. If you think your card scene has 3 linear subdivisions, vertically and horizontally, the 4 points where these lines intersect are considered visually appealing areas. Focal points in your scene should go in these areas. In the video, Jaycee discussed the rule of thirds in more detail.
And so that brings me to my final portion, which I kind of mentioned earlier, is that I like to do sentiments last, because then that leaves this extra area right here where 2 other lines intersect on my card front as a visually appealing place for my sentiment.
3 effortless card making tricks for sentiment placement. In this video, Jaycee focuses on the sentiment placement with 2 different ways to arrange your sentiments on your cards. He uses the A2 size grid guide on his cutting mat to help with precise placement. In the first example, notice how the line of flowers and dogwood bracts drift towards the "you are enough" sentiment. This is intentionally done by lining up the arrangement of flowers to the point towards the stamped sentiment. The addition of the Meadow Reflection stamp set butterfly helps draw the eye to the sentiment. Next, Jaycee mentions the shaped sentiment compositions, triangular and circular. He uses the Poppy Garden stamp and die bundle to create a triangular bouquet on the card front, acting as a floral focus area. Then he frames the flowers within the lace doily die as his circular element. This allows him to place his sentiment anywhere in the circular area to create a healthy cluster of elements.
So you can see from this zoomed out view that my circle, my linear and somewhat triangular arrangement of flowers, all points and frames my deliberate choice of sentiment placement.
5 secrets to realistic floral cards. In the next video, Jaycee shares some great tips for composition. Tip 1. Study the correlating flower if applicable. If you struggle to know how to set up floral arrangements on your cards, a good practice is to image search that flower. For this card, Jaycee Googles sunburst azaleas for easy reference when setting up his floral composition.
Plants like to face towards the sun for obvious reasons, and when healthy plants point toward the sun, their leaves and their foliage appear perky. So I never leave floral elements or foliage elements droopy. Everything has sort of pointed upward or has a more upward direction to them.
Tip 2. Add 1 focal point to your card. Jaycee mentions that adding a sentiment is just as important as your floral arrangement. He groups his sentiments with his die-cut bouquet. This way there is 1 focal point on his card. Jaycee's advice: make sure there is enough contrast between your die-cut flowers and your meticulously placed sentiment. Wreath card tutorial with valuable artistic hacks. In this video, Jaycee uses an image to anchor his sentiment in 2 asymmetric compositions. In the first card, he pairs the Tree Mix die set with the Blossom Wreath stamp and die bundle, and he uses the wreath arrangement to anchor his focal point and sentiment. In the second card, he pairs the Craft Your Life project kit elegant motifs and the Fine Frames rectangular die for a unique composition. Although the line of flowers does not create a complete circle, the arrangement still encompasses the sentiment banner. The addition of a secondary shape also anchors the sentiment and the other embellishments.
This will still create a very continuous and flowing arrangement on your card front. So now you have many opportunities to add your focal sentiment anywhere along this visual line that you create.
Craft the best card with these modern and edgy elements. In this next video, Jaycee discusses high contrast modern composition. In this case, he combines lines with a Baroque image element and suggests looking for converging lines in the elements.
I adhered the Baroque motifs in a specific spot where I think all of these lines converge. And back to that Moana song, the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me. It's more about perspective and where your eye is naturally drawn. So our eyes are naturally drawn to corners. And in a composition sort of sense, this helps anchor some of our focal points onto our card front.
The result is this beautiful, modern and edgy card. Colour layering, embellishments and floral composition. In this final oldie but goodie video, Jaycee gives us some valuable tips to help with card composition.
I am arranging my flowers and leaves in a triangular formation to keep things interesting. I like my flowers to point away from a central point, so you'll see that none of the flowers or leaves point in toward the center of the card. I like the movement out from the center like a dynamic bloom.
He uses a Glad press and seal sheet to help him arrange his die-cut flowers. His tip, don't be afraid to cut parts of your leaf images if they don't fit with the composition or overall image. Did those tips help you figure out how to arrange your cards? I can't wait to use some of these principles on my next card. Looking for more composition tips? Check out Jaycee's class Elements of Floral Composition for more guidance with card placement and composition. Hey there, Lydia here. I really do hope that you've just enjoyed the video. If so, please subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, turn on the notification bell so you can get your daily dose of crafty techniques and tutorials just like this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.